going back to, let's talk about before medical cannabis was made legal. What I see as an educator is the failure of an educational infrastructure be put in place in the first place. It was just kind of like, okay, you wanted it legal, here you go, right? But what should have happened was every doctor should have, let's say, they only take one nutrition class. So, fair enough, take one class on the endocannabinoid system, understand what it is, also understand that cannabis is not the only thing that activates that. However, the benefits that you get from different forms, because you don't just smoke cannabis. I have ingested broccoli into my body in every single form that is imaginable here, in order to alleviate the symptoms and eventually heal different parts of my body from having chronic illness my entire life. And so knowing, just having a basic class over this, it could revolutionize patient care. It could give better patient outcomes, right? And so when I went to the doctor, I actually had the nerve to put that I was using CBD on the intake form. And one of the very first questions that the doctor had asked me was, why are you taking CBD? Do you have pain? And so I immediately knew the doctor's level of knowledge of cannabis at that point. And I was just like, oh gosh, we're not gonna get anywhere here. So now what I do is I have to interview every doctor, because if doctors don't understand how their current practice can disrupt the equilibrium and harmony that I have been able to achieve thus far in my body, any kind of deviation from what I'm doing right now will throw the whole system out of balance. And so it's so incredibly important that as a patient, I have a doctor that is educated in assisting me and being a partner in my healthcare, then versus, unfortunately, what happens a lot of times is, here are your symptoms, let me type it into the computer and see what my medication options are, because that has happened to me more than enough times. And so as an educator, it saddens me that there has not been a framework or infrastructure put in place beforehand in order to prepare not only doctors but patients, because patients won't talk about it with their doctors and it's to their detriment, and doctors don't know enough to talk about it with their patients, also to the patient's detriment. It's a frustrating cycle that we have to get out of this.